I think it's really embarrassing for the royal family to have to do this. And I think that it was probably Prince William who said, all right, come on, we gotta move. And
I had eagerly awaited this news, and upon seeing the initial reports, my mind immediately raced with questions about the true events unfolding. To simplify the situation, as the headline indicates, Prince Andrew recently received a visit that proved to be a profound and undeniable humiliation. In our previous discussion, we touched upon the escalating frustration of neighbors attempting to confront Andrew and even gain entry to his Marsh Farm residence. These agitated individuals sought to glimpse his living conditions, with some expressing a desire for his departure. However, his recent encounter with a visitor has brought forth fascinating revelations, which we will fully unpack in this segment. Additionally, we'll explore the complete humiliation faced by Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, whose predicament, I suspect, is traceable to a familiar source. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments on who you believe is responsible for this scenario. For those new to the channel, welcome, and to our returning viewers, welcome back. Our focus remains on matters pertaining to the royal family. While some assume our content is entirely AI-generated, while AI certainly enhances our work, the distinctive human touch evident in this script speaks for itself. Returning to our central topic, Andrew's recent visitor has culminated in what I describe as utter humiliation. Receiving directives from an older sibling is challenging enough, akin to trekking to the North Pole in just a swimsuit, but being commanded by a younger brother elevates the humiliation to an entirely new level. As you may have surmised, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor prefers to be the one dictating terms, asserting his desires and plans without concern for others' opinions. His pronouncements typically concern matters of global significance, such as the precise placement and angling of his teddy bears. These demands are, by most accounts, delivered with the demeanor of a demanding toddler. As we noted in a previous video, Andrew's nanny characterized him as a grumbling baby who cannot tolerate others doing things their own way. He insists on his methods. He issues commands like a 3-year-old forbidden from watching Paw Patrol until their vegetables are consumed. Therefore, being in a position where he must seriously accept orders is profoundly unsettling for him. It was already infuriating that King Charles had sternly issued him eviction orders from Royal Lodge. Displaying perhaps more generosity than warranted, His Majesty allowed Andrew to reside at Wood Farm while allocating funds for renovations to the new Marsh Farm property, which included a substantial budget for numerous luxury items. Many of us might have found a simple mattress and sleeping bag adequate for Andrew, but King Charles possesses a compassionate heart. It now appears Andrew has realized Marsh Farm boasts approximately 20 fewer bedrooms than he desires. His apparent lack of urgency to move in has reportedly prompted his younger brother, Edward, to have a quiet word with him, or perhaps a few loud words that could be abbreviated to an expletive. One can only imagine Andrew's private reactions to all of this. If he were concerned about the royal family's public image, would he be asking King Charles how he could help? I highly doubt it. Andrew was scheduled to move in after the first week of April, meaning this past weekend, yet he remains at Wood Farm, seemingly unwilling to relocate to the smaller bedrooms of Marsh Farm. No doubt consumed by self-pity, Andrew is in no hurry to move, despite the king's explicit relocation orders. He appears unconcerned. Edward likely failed to deliver the response Charles desired, and is probably hoping that Princess Anne will be dispatched next time. Andrew does not feel ready to move to Marsh Farm. He is comfortable at Wood Farm and believes his decision is sound. However, Prince Edward did have something to say regarding the Epstein files linked to his brother.
Prince Edward has commented on the latest release of files relating to Jeffrey Epstein while speaking on a panel at the World Government Summit in Dubai. The Duke of Edinburgh's comments are the first from a senior royal since his brother Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was pictured in the latest batch of files.
I'm not sure this is the audience that is probably the least bit interested in that. So they all came here to listen to about education solving the future. But no, I think it's all really important always to remember the victims and who are the victims in all this.
Rhiannon Mills has more on this now.
Prince Edward, he's there over in Dubai trying to get on with his work, and the one thing that everyone keeps talking about is, of course, Epstein. We didn't see the question from the journalist who was talking to him there, but there was a long build-up to Edward's answer where they were saying, look, it's super important, I have to ask you about this, it's really dominating the headlines, and ending with a rather clever kind of question of how are you coping with that. So in a way, it was a good answer from Edward in some ways, bringing it back to the victims. And in the last, I would say, few months, that is what's been really telling from the royal family, is for the very first time, and people may find this surprising because we've been talking about this story for so long, but for the very first time, the royal family have really been acknowledging Epstein's victims.
This behavior from Andrew, disobeying his elder brother's command, disregarding even the king's authority, has been a long-standing pattern, culminating in Prince Edward being sent to confront him. Imagine the gravity of that situation. The king issues an order to you, who has already brought disgrace upon the royal family, and whose public actions could further damage its reputation, yet you still defy his directives with yet another foolish act. In related news, as I previously mentioned, Beatrice and Eugenie have also faced significant humiliation. I asked for your comments on who you believe is responsible for their plight, and the answer is clear: Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. While Andrew and Sarah Ferguson are destined for a miserable Easter, their daughters will feel the sting even more acutely. Though Andrew and Fergie's own actions, particularly their misguided and desperate association with Jeffrey Epstein over the years, are largely to blame, their daughters are now experiencing the bitter consequences of their parents' choices. It is understood that Princess Beatrice, aged 37, and Princess Eugenie, 36, will not attend the traditional Easter Sunday service with the royal family at St. George's Chapel in Windsor. This decision was made with the king's full agreement and understanding, as he has arranged an alternative Easter gathering for them. The reason for their exclusion directly stems from their father's actions, demonstrating how the sins of the parents are now being borne by the daughters. Frankly, King Charles made the correct decision. Royal sources emphasize that they were very much a part of the family Christmas at Sandringham, and are expected at future family celebrations. However, currently, they are not to be seen with any family members in public, nor are they to be photographed anywhere. It has been reported that the Prince of Wales informed the princesses they are unwelcome at any royal family-related event, including Royal Ascot this year, though King Charles may personally extend invitations to them to ensure they feel a sense of belonging. Both Eugenie and Beatrice previously enjoyed attending royal garden parties alongside the King and the Prince and Princess of Wales. It is crucial to acknowledge that despite suffering the consequences of their parents' actions, Beatrice and Eugenie also spent time with Jeffrey Epstein, with reports indicating he funded 17 of their holidays within a single year. You might wonder if they were aware of his activities. Yes, they were beyond adolescence and knew everything. Ultimately, I believe King Charles' decision is for the best, but we will certainly see how events unfold in the near future. Thank you for watching. If you appreciated this content, please share and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.